for Gossamer Crossing today. I am excited to be able to offer a little bit of insight into how to use some tablet software. ForScore is the one that we're going to be taking a look at today. Now, let me do this so that I can tablet software ForScore. Okay, so I've added that into the chat. If you're here in the chat, you can ask your questions or give your feedback. Several years ago, I had a student who came to for in-person lessons who was tired of carrying a big bag with a big book or books in it with all of the music and the tablature that she had collected over the years. And she started using a program called ForScore, which is an app that is available for use, and hers was an Apple tablet, which is called an iPad, and that's what I have here today. So what I'm going to do is show you how I've been using this as I've gone through. Let's get my graphics out of the way here. As I've gone to a festival recently, I went to the Nutmeg Festival as a continuing education event, and I was so excited to have hammer dulcimer instructors from Germany and from Japan, and a mountain dulcimer instructor from France, people that I would not have otherwise been able to meet, and was so inspired and learned so much. It reminded me about why I do this and why I want us all to be able to have these skills. So there is a program called ForScore, and I'm showing you on my I'm showing you on my tablet that when let me make that go away. Okay. If I click, here's the icon ForScore. It's just FORSCORE. If you look for that. And I find here that I have my library showing up. I have a particular piece that's here because that's one that one of my classes is working on, and I use my tablet in teaching as a tool for me to look at the handouts that I'm giving the students and be able to work through those. Now, this says I have 141 items in my library, and I don't know that you can read this because as I've tried to get closer to the tablet, it's not necessarily clear. But if I look, you can see that there is this page. Okamo manual is the item there. If I go to my dulcimer orchestra, here is a Handel piece that I played at the Colorado Dulcimer Festival that was shared with me, and then I was able to make notations on here I could use my finger, but I used my Apple Pencil, which is a charged device. As soon as I tap on it, it gives me these tools that I can do. So yellow for highlighting, red for giving some notational marks or any of, and then I did a big fat ritardando and double forte for the finish so I can remember. And then I can stop at any time. But what I wanted to do was show you how I use this for the festival. And I know there's a lot of people that are coming to the online festivals who are getting their handouts in PDF form. That's how I deliver them. That's how most people do. And the issue sometimes can be, how do I get those into my ForScore? Now it is possible, and this is what I did first. I'm going to go back to my tools, and there's across the top, there's labels, there are bookmarks, there's a list of set lists that I can create. I can do a search and find a particular score looking for by name, and there's a metronome function that I can use. But then also there are all these tools, and I'm going to say I want to scan something, so I have to make sure that my scan this particular chord progression. And so what I'm going to do is click on my camera down here. And now I'm going to say done. This is a thing I wrote last week. And I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that as jam play cue and a idea. And this is common for me. I'll do this about 9:30. I guess it was 2 weeks ago, 21. When I don't have a title for something, I'll save it by where I was working on it. So now it shows up on my tablet, and I can enlarge it like this. I can do some different things with it. But in order for this to be useful for me, I'm going to want to label this in some way. So I can search for, in my library, I'm going to say jam play, and let it bring up, hello, if I move. Oh, no bookmarks. Cancel. Search. Jam play. That's the one. Well, okay, I don't know how to do that. And that's always been the issue for me. I'm going to close that. I'm going to open it again. And what I want to do, oops, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to go to my Dropbox because I have some handouts here from one of my classes. My audio is on. Very interesting. Let me